All right. Good morning.
Good morning, everybody.
Yeah, good morning. How are you today, Jane?
I'm doing okay. How are you doing,
Yeah,
Christine?
I'm doing all right. In fact, I just finished an individual lesson, so I was rushing to get it all started to get this set up, but we're here. We're on time
Good morning,
too, so
everybody.
that's
Yeah.
great.
Julia, hello from Ferrara. Nice to see
Yeah,
you.
yeah. And
And
Rosa? Nice.
Rosa, nice.
Perfect. Yeah,
Awesome.
excellent. So
So,
yeah, so
how are
maybe we
you?
can get started. Yeah, and
Okay.
say something about ourselves and what we're doing to pass all of this extra free time we all have in Italy, thanks to
Mm-hmm.
thanks to the circumstances at present, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself
Perfect. Yeah.
first?
Well, so my name's Christine. I'm from Ohio in the United States. And I've been living in Florence now for about 4 years. Yeah. And my husband is Italian, and I live here with him and my son, our son. And I'm an English teacher in Florence. Yeah. How
Nice. Thank you.
about you?
Well, I'm Jane, and I am originally from the United States, also from New
Woo.
York.
Yeah.
Uh,
New York
but
State or New York City, Jane?
New York State, good job, New York State, Syracuse in the north.
Okay, good.
But I have to be honest with you, I have been living in Italy for 30 years. So
Yeah.
it's a long time.
Mm.
And I have three children, but my children
Yeah.
are big, yes. And one of them is in the United States right now studying.
Oof.
So I see Eleonora is from Padua. Nice to
Yeah.
see you, Eleonora. How's it going up there? I have some friends in Padua.
Yeah.
Huh? And not so
Welcome.
easy, huh?
And we have a Paolo and
Hi.
Paula. Welcome,
Yeah.
everybody. Good morning.
Nice
Happy
to see
Saturday.
you.
Yeah,
Thanks
perfect.
for joining us.
Yeah, so today
So,
we're going to talk about food, which is
yep,
every Italian's favorite topic, if I'm not mistaken. And Jane,
absolutely.
you've been living in Italy now for 30 years, so I'm assuming you know a lot about Italian food. Is that correct?
Absolutely. I'm an expert on eating.
Wow. Jane, do you cook a lot of Italian food at home? Or do you cook
Yeah,
even? I don't know.
I do. I cook a lot. I cook
Yeah,
a lot.
me
I
too.
think if you live in Italy, you do too. Yeah, if you live in Italy, you probably need to know how to cook. Um,
Yeah. It's a very cook at home kind of culture, I'd say.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely. And one of the things I love about Italy the most is the
mm,
food
of
and the
course.
culture, the food culture. It's very important to
Yeah,
me. It
it's the
really
same
is.
to me. I think in most cultures, this is true that you can't separate their identity from their food, and you can't.
Absolutely.
And culture and food are there's so much overlap in that whole category. I think so. And
Yeah.
especially for Italians, I think if you watch Italian TV, you'll notice that maybe like 80% of the programs are all about food, and that just tells you everything.
It does. People
Yeah.
really care about the quality,
Mm,
and I love this. You know, my daughter, who's in the United States,
mm,
complains all the
mm.
time how much she misses the food.
Yeah,
Uh, yeah, it's really hard for her.
I
She
bet.
really
Yeah,
struggles. Yeah, in the
yeah,
United States, 'cause here the food is so fantastic.
it is. Yeah. And food is so central to a location. I lived in South Korea for a year. I taught English there. And
You did. Didn't
yes, I
notice
did.
that.
And really, this is also getting to know you and me, Jane, right? Our
Mhm.
webinar. um,
Absolutely.
and the food, I miss the food. I only lived there for a year, but the food was so amazing, and I just
Really?
miss it. Yeah, you can't get anything like South Korean food in South Korea. So
I know. It's
I'd
very
love to go
very
back.
local. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
definitely.
Wow. South
Yeah.
Korea.
Yeah, it was incredible. Incredible. Well, let's take a look at today's focus about food for thought. And we'll look at some common food idioms and guess the meanings of expressions and sort of talk about our experiences with food expressions, I suppose, and practice using those new expressions. What do you say, Jane? Shall we get started?
Sounds good. Yeah, we should get started. Let's do this.
Perfect. Perfect. All right. So, Jane, I'll throw the ball in your court.
Oh dear. What's your favorite recipe?
Big question. Big question.
Recipe. Oh, you're going to have to help me here, because if you ask me what my favorite food is, that's one thing. My favorite food is pizza. I love pizza. I know, right? I can't help myself. But the problem is, what's your favorite recipe? Recipe is really what you use to make a dish. So maybe I would say lasagna.
Yeah. Do you make a really great lasagna?
It's okay as far as Italian standards, because if I'm talking like, if I'm speaking about American standards, then I'd say it's fantastic.
Exceptional, yeah.
Exceptional. But the problem is I have to compare myself to
I know.
Italians, so I would say it's okay.
Yeah. That's modest of you. I'm sure you've been taught that you have to be modest when talking about your cooking in Italy. Right?
Well, you must, because people are such good cooks that you
And they're
can't
such
really,
good critics as well. That's the other thing, is everybody might not be a great cook in Italy, but everybody is an expert food critic.
Yeah. It's a foodie place. It's a foodie society, let's say.
Definitely.
How about you? What's your favorite recipe?
Yeah, this is a great question. I too love food, and I'm a foodie. I think the best recipe, the best Italian recipe that I can cook is probably melanzane alla parmigiana.
Oh my gosh,
But
you just my
yeah,
favorite. Oh,
that's one of my favorites. So eggplant parmesan, I guess, in English. But that's one of my favorites, both to cook and to eat. But it is quite a laborious process doing all of the frying of the eggplant and all that. But
yeah, you fry your eggplant, huh?
yeah, I do. I go full out.
Oh,
Yeah.
God bless you.
It's like, if you're gonna eat it, you might as well eat the real thing, not the light version. But
Awesome. Let's ask everybody out there. Does anybody out there have a favorite recipe that you want to tell us about?
Everyone.
Sylvia, Paola,
pizza.
Everybody.
Julia.
It's a problem.
How many pizza people have we got here?
Oh my
Sylvia,
gosh.
Paola, Fabrizio, Julia. Dude, I know. Pizza is so good. Like, it's just, you can't get away from it. It's just one of the most amazing inventions in the world, I think, of food.
When I go to the United States, it's something else. It's good, but it's not Italian pizza.
Exactly.
It's different.
That's what I always say. Yeah, it's like two different things. You can't say that they're even in the same category. It's like a totally different thing.
Yeah, it's a different thing.
Yeah, for sure. All right.
Okay.
Well, let's look at some expressions and sort of colloquialisms relating to food. Jane, what would you say, how would you define a colloquialism? Do you know what that is?
Yeah, it's something, it's a phrase, and you have to understand the meaning, not by adding the words up, but they're symbolic for something else. So a colloquial phrase is very difficult because we have to try to understand meaning from the words put together.
Okay, well, let's look at some examples. So number one, I'll read number one and maybe you can look at number two. So yeah, that exam was a piece of cake. I'm 99% sure I aced it. So if I say I aced it, I got an A, or I got a great score, a great grade. So a piece of cake, this is an expression I use all the time, but I usually pronounce it a piece of cake, like all mixed together in my American English. But
Yeah.
so if something's a piece of cake, it's easy, super
Yep.
easy. Yeah,
Easy. It's easy.
exactly.
Yes. A piece of cake.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 2, no thanks. I don't think I'll come with you to the cinema. Romantic comedies aren't my cup of tea.
Mm,
Cup of tea.
yeah.
Which actually means, okay, that I don't really enjoy that. It's
Mm,
not my thing.
okay.
Okay?
So this is funny. Jane, you drink tea then. Do you say this phrase a lot or not so
I
much?
do actually, we do use it. I think Americans
Yeah.
use it. It's a cup
Yeah,
of
yeah.
tea. So yeah, I mean,
It's funny.
definitely.
Yeah, I use it, but I don't use it that often because I'm not a tea drinker usually. So I might say it's not my cup of tea, but it sounds strange to me because I don't drink tea, so I usually just say it's not my thing. It's not
Okay,
my
well, that's
yeah.
good. It's not
But
my thing. Yeah. Good.
ooh, uh, we have someone that says their favorite recipe is a caprese cake. I've never
What's
heard of that.
that? I've never
Yeah.
heard of that.
Never heard of that either. Oh, I
Hmm.
thought of another food expression. You can say it's a piece of cake, or you can say it's easy as pie, right?
Oh, easiest pie. That's nice. Awesome.
Yeah. I say that one also. Also because I love pie, let's be honest.
Okay,
That
who doesn't love pie? Who
yeah,
doesn't love
pie's
pie?
great. I make a pretty great pie, so
Do you? I'm a
yeah.
pretty good baker too.
Yeah, nice. We'll have to do a pie exchange eventually. Or bring some
Definitely.
pies into work. All
All
right.
right.
So
Can you
other
think of
food
one?
expressions? Hmm.
I can't think of
Uh,
anything. I'm
uh,
sure there's a now, how about to spill the beans?
yeah, definitely. That's a good one. What does
What
it
does
mean to
that
spill the
mean?
beans?
Spill the beans.
Yeah.
Well, anybody know? It's like saying something that you shouldn't say, telling a
Oh, okay.
secret, or telling something that you shouldn't.
Yeah.
Hmm?
Oh, okay.
Right? To spill
So
the
maybe
beans?
if someone is secretly pregnant and
Sorry.
don't worry, I'm not. But if someone is secretly pregnant and then another person tells all of their like colleagues, "Oh, did you know like so and so is pregnant?" And he's like, "Oh, you spilled the beans. Like you told
Yeah.
everyone
Yeah.
the
We
secret."
also say to let the cat out of the bag,
Oh
right?
yeah, 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 yeah.
But that's
That's
not
true.
really food. But
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, good, you guys. Anna Maria and Sylvia knew it already. Good, good. All right.
awesome.
Why do you think there are so many food idioms? Why do you think there are so many food
Sweet
idioms?
like honey. Very nice. A bad egg. Oh my gosh. Awesome. Paula
Oh
and
yeah.
Eleonora, well done.
Yeah, it's so
Well
true.
done. Nice.
Mm-hmm. I can think of some in Italian, but I don't know. I can't think of any off the top of my head in English. Buono come il
If you guys,
pane, right?
yeah. So we've got sweet like honey. Sweet like honey is more a metaphor or a simile. Mhm. But bad egg, I think, yes, idiomatic. Mhm.
Yes, definitely. I'd agree. Yeah, Anna Maria, I agree. There are so many food idioms and expressions around food because it's one of our absolute basic needs, right? Everybody needs to eat. Um, it's
Yeah.
just like one of the first things that we need in general.
definitely.
Yeah.
Oh, good, Eleonora. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. Well
Oh,
done.
yeah, that's
You guys
true.
are better than the teachers.
Yeah,
Really.
exactly. They know
I
everything.
mean, it's
Have you done
embarrassing.
this focus
Awesome.
before? Maybe they know everything.
Yeah. Well, everybody needs to be eating lots of apples in this
Yeah.
period.
Yeah, lots of fruit if you could get it. If you can get to the grocery store, right?
There you go.
Man. All right. Let's look at the photos and try and guess how to make the idiom.
Okay.
So here we've got a cup and it looks like coffee, but it says tea.
Yeah, it does look like coffee actually, but
Yeah. So the idiom
all right.
together with a cup and tea.
Anybody remember? Does anybody write it? So we would say it's not my cup of tea, right?
Exactly. Exactly right. Not my thing. Not my cup of tea. Not my preference, right?
Right.
Okay. What about the other
Oh,
pairs?
that one.
Cry and milk.
These are hard ones.
Yeah.
So to cry over spilled milk. Maybe
Yes,
don't
definitely.
cry over spilled milk.
Yeah, that's usually what I hear. It's like, don't cry. Oops, I gave it away.
Oh,
Stop.
oops, sorry.
Whoops, slip of the hand. Clicked too fast. Happens to me in
Unbelievable.
every lesson
Yes,
everywhere.
and me too. Me too.
I'm always like,
Thought I was
whoops,
the only one.
and then I make a joke out of it. I'm like, you didn't see anything. Every day. So
Wow.
don't cry over spilled milk. Yes.
Okay.
Or clicking too fast. What
Yes.
about spill and beans? We said before. So
Yeah, we said that before. To
mhm.
spill the beans.
Yeah, exactly. To tell a secret.
Okay.
Apple
And
and
then,
I.
does anybody know that? Apple pie?
This one's sweet.
Yeah, I think
This one's
you
sweet.
should say the example. I think you should talk about
Yeah.
someone in your life.
Someone in my life? Yeah. So I have a 9-month-old baby, and
Oh,
he is the absolute apple of my eye. Yeah, he's my everything, little sweetie.
so cute.
I wish I could keep him a baby forever sometimes.
Yeah, the video you showed yesterday, I was like, reminded me.
I would have maybe 10
Reminded
babies
me.
if I had all the resources in the world.
But they grow up.
Yeah, I know. Then you have 10 adults. But one for now is great.
That's nice.
But
That's
yeah,
so
so you could
cute.
say someone is the apple of your eye to say that they are really, really special to you or really, really important to you.
Yeah,
Uh,
nice.
and the last one,
A hard nut to crack.
yeah,
But
definitely.
I think that this one is one they use a lot in England, and we don't use it so much in the United States, right?
Mm,
I mean,
yeah, I could agree
I
with that.
I, I don't I don't really use a hard nut to crack, but you know,
No, yeah. But if I think you know why, like in the US, I don't think we crack a lot of nuts very often. Like in Italy around the holidays, I don't know about your family, but in our family, we sit around after every meal together and with nutcrackers and eat like tons of
yeah,
walnuts and
yeah.
almonds and
So
things.
yeah,
I
you're right.
never
We
did that
don't.
in America.
You're
I don't think
right.
some of
I
my
didn't think
family told me when they were here around Christmas, they're like, I've never seen an almond in the shell. I've never cracked an almond. Like they don't even know what some nuts look like in the shell because they just
wow.
don't had never done that. Yeah.
You're right, and I didn't think of that. I've been here
Yeah.
too long, but you're
That's my
right.
yeah. That's my theory anyhow. Yeah.
Oh, they say a tough nut
Oh,
to
yeah.
crack.
Okay. Well,
Okay, a tough nut. Okay.
yeah, tough
Mhm.
or what would you say the phrase means though? A tough nut to crack.
I think somebody who's very difficult to understand, maybe?
Mm. Okay, yeah, I agree. I'm not even 100% sure. Maybe it's
I think
something
it's
that's
somebody,
difficult to
yeah,
understand.
that's somebody who's difficult to get
Mm.
to
To get to know,
comprehend.
maybe?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Great. Great. Okay. So let's guess the meaning and try to find the meaning of these expressions from the context. So, I'm about to sneeze. Um, sorry.
Mhm. That's
There
okay.
are some sentences, and we'll look at the context and try and guess the meaning of these. Well, I guess we kind of already talked about it, but we can talk about it more of these idioms. So, number one, Jane.
The little girl is the apple of her father's eye.
Oh,
Okay. So
just like
he
mine.
really adores her. Yeah, just like Christine's son is the apple of her eye. Huh?
Yeah. Would you say that about someone that's not a child or that
You know
phrase?
what? Not really. I think
Yeah.
it's more used for a parent
Mm,
to a child. You're right. Yeah. I don't think I would say that about my boyfriend.
yeah. I
No,
don't think it's used romantically.
yeah,
I
I don't
think
think it is either.
for your
Yeah, I
child.
think, yeah, you're right. It's
Yeah. Mm.
nice point.
Number two, he's a bad egg, so you should avoid him if you can.
Yeah.
This sounds like advice from my mom when I was a teenager.
Really?
Kind of. I mean, I didn't go around with any bad eggs, but it would be that context, like a kind of
Yeah.
a warning.
Not a good person. Right. A
Yeah,
bad egg is not a great person. Hmm?
right,
Mm,
right.
okay.
Number three, Jane.
He spends the whole day in front of the TV. He's a real couch potato. Yes. That is what we are, all of us right now, I
Uh,
think.
yeah, definitely. So much
Spends
free
a
time.
lot.
So much
Wow.
free time. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, it's very crazy.
Someone who's
Couch potato.
yeah, someone who's a
Somebody
couch
who
potato. Hmm.
spends a lot of time on the sofa or
Yeah,
the couch.
yeah.
Yeah?
Maybe eating potato chips or crisps.
Yeah. I
Oh
have to send you
goodness.
a video after.
Yeah,
So
do
funny.
it, do
All right.
it.
Lazy person. Yeah, Eleonora, well done. Eleonora, you got it. Lazy person, someone who spends a lot of time watching TV on the sofa, on the
Yeah.
couch.
I would love to be a couch potato these days, but I'm just busy with a baby.
Yeah. This is a baby, no time,
Yeah,
huh?
yeah. That's all right. It's a phase. It's a period
Yeah.
of life. Number four, what's done is done. There's no use crying over spilt milk. Mm,
Mm-hmm. What do you think, huh?
yeah.
S-
Um,
Crying over spilt milk.
right. So when you sort of make a big problem out of a little thing or something that happened in the past,
Hmm.
would you agree with that? Mm.
I think it's something that you can't
Mm,
do anything about.
mm,
It's
yeah, I
already
agree.
done, and there's no use in talking about it
Mm,
or whining about it because it's already finished. It's
mm,
already
mm.
done. The damage is done.
Okay, yeah, I can see that, in fact. Yeah, so do you
Mhm.
tend to cry over spilt milk or do you move on?
I kind of try to move on. I mean, it
Yeah.
depends on the situation, but I
Mm,
try not to get too caught up in past. things that I can't do much to change. But I suppose
Mm,
it also
mm,
depends.
yeah,
How about
good. Yeah.
you, Christine?
I agree, and I agree with Eleonora. Like you can't change the past, and especially over little things. Like I usually would say, like crying over spilt milk of something small that's happened. Like it's not a huge thing,
Yeah,
so there's no use to
move
make.
on.
Yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
like to move on. Number 5. This is yours, Jane.
Okay. She won't want to come to the cinema with us.
Mm,
Horror films aren't her cup of tea. I
mm,
think
mm.
we talked about that before, and it's just not
Right.
our thing. We don't like it. It's not,
Yeah,
something that you want to do. So,
exactly. Not your
okay.
preference. But number 6, many
Go ahead.
people were egged on. Oh, we have a new one. Egged on at the football match. Hmm.
This
I
is a
gotta be
hard
honest.
one.
Yeah, I don't use egg on that much.
I
As in,
think it's a hard one to describe, and
mm,
it means um, when you kind of promote others to get excited about
mm,
something. And it could be in a positive way and it could be in a
mm,
negative way.
okay,
We
okay.
usually use it in a kind of negative way.
Yeah,
No?
I would agree. Yeah. So if you imagine at a football match, and there's like maybe some kind of controversial situation, like maybe there was a referee call that was bad or something. I don't know. I'm not very sports savvy,
Yeah,
but
and then some of the fans
yeah.
in some of the real strong fans started
Mm,
yelling to each other and they were egging on others
mm,
to start
I
screaming
yeah,
and
or
throwing
something.
things. So that's to
Exactly.
egg on somebody, to
Mm,
promote a sense of disorder.
yeah, definitely, definitely. It's difficult to describe that one, I'd
Yeah,
say.
that's a hard one. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So let's look
Okay.
ahead. And what do they mean? Let's just go over the meanings one more time so we can read every other. I'll read number 1.
Okay. Okay.
So
Great.
the apple of her or his eye, someone who is very special to somebody. And we said we use this generally parent to child. Yeah. How
Hmm.
about number 2?
Bad egg. A
Mm,
bad person. Yeah.
yeah.
Just a bad egg.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nothing. Not too difficult. Mhm.
Right.
Number
All
3.
right. Number 3, couch potato. A very lazy person, someone who's stuck on the couch. Number 4, yeah, I wish.
To cry over spilt milk means
Mm,
to cry or complain about something that has already happened. Yep.
mm, yeah,
Yep.
definitely, definitely.
Okay.
Number 5, cup of tea, something that someone enjoys or does well. Oh, okay, also something you do well. Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
And
We were
that's
just talking about it using the negative before.
mm,
Ah,
yeah.
Eleonora, I like that. The word you pulled up. That's fantastic. Insight. Yes.
True. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Fantastic. Well done. To egg. Well, go ahead. I'm sorry. Is it
Yeah,
my turn
no.
for? Oh, to egg
Um,
on, to
mm,
urge someone on, or to incite. Yes.
yeah, exactly. So when you exactly incite someone to maybe not be nice, ooh, just ripped my earphones
Yeah.
out, but
That's okay. We still gotcha.
yeah,
Wonderful. Fantastic.
yeah,
Yes. Eleonora, nice word. Thank you.
definitely. All right, so let's continue and look at some of these questions. So Jane, who or what is the apple of your eye and why?
Well, okay, I have to be honest. I have 3 lovely children, but I have to be honest with you. I just got a dog
No, you did.
September,
I
and
love dogs.
she is the apple of my eye. And I'm sorry, I shouldn't use the dog, but
No, it's fine. She's a little apple of your eye.
yeah, my children, I suppose, are the apple
Oh
of
yeah, I guess.
my eye. No, my children are older, so yes, they are
Mm,
the apple of my eye
and
because
you've
I
got,
love them to death.
yeah, of course. You've got two sons and a daughter, or the other way?
No, I have two daughters and a son.
Oh, okay, okay. So are you
Yeah,
kind of like the typical Italian mom where your son is
no.
kind of your favorite child? No.
Mm.
No.
No, no, I'm not, but I'm not a typical, even though I've lived here for a very long time, I'm
Yeah.
definitely not a helicopter mom. I'm
Mm,
very easy. Does
yeah, I
anybody
can
know what
see
a
that about your
helicopter
personal.
mom is?
I'll put that up. That's so funny.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah.
I think that's,
Anyway,
yeah, that's a concept that's present in lots of cultures, not just in American or in Italian cultures.
Italian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
So,
what
are
about number
you okay?
two? Sorry. Yeah, I'm just so tired.
Have have you ever known a bad egg? Huh? Have you ever known a
Mm.
bad egg?
Um, yes, I would almost call my cousin a bad egg. I hope he never watches this
I
video.
have to say,
I mean, I
Pansy said Pansy. Ah!
Yeah, it's like,
Sorry.
bless his heart. He's just not ever, I don't know. I guess he's more of like the black sheep of the family would be a better idiom. But you could also, maybe if we weren't family, call him a bad egg.
Okay.
Sorry. And what about you? Are you a couch potato or your friends? Are they
Listen,
good?
I have to be honest. Usually in normal times, let's say,
Yeah.
I on the weekend, I it might be that
You're a
I'm
couch
a
potato.
bit of a little bit in the afternoon. In the afternoons, I'm a bit of a couch potato, but
That's
just
all right.
some. Yeah, I do enjoy a nice TV series and my
Oh
couch.
yeah.
I'll be honest with
Oh
you.
yeah. Are you keeping busy with the quarantine or are you kind of going stir crazy?
Well, I don't know about you, Christine, but I've been working a lot. I don't.
Yeah.
Have you been working? I mean, really, you between your son and work, we've been working a lot.
Yeah. I've been really busy mostly because it's like I have two babies at home right now because my husband's home from
Oh,
work. So
Lord.
um yeah, someone told me they're like, "Well, your husband's home to help watch the baby." And I was like, "Uh-huh, sure." But no, it's just like it's hard to keep busy for sure in the sense that like mentally like to get much done, but I just feel like the days fly by because I get up in the morning and it's like momming, and then I'm also doing some hours of teaching. So,
Yeah, which is great. It's
yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah, it is. We're glad to still be here though. It's a welcome distraction.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. Do you cry over spilt milk or just forget a problem once it's happened? Well, we talked about this a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Already?
Yeah, we both I
Mm,
think move on essentially.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what is something that isn't your cup of tea?
Um, oh, isn't my cup of tea.
Yeah.
Um,
You can comment too. Something that isn't your cup of tea.
I can't think of anything off the top of my head. How about you? Can you think of anything?
Hmm. I Okay, in the
I
past,
know, I
I
know.
liked going
Circus.
out a lot. Mm.
I don't like the circus. Circuses are not my
Oh,
cup of tea.
yeah.
No.
Kind of weird, huh?
Yeah.
Um, I don't really like staying up super late. That's not my
Me
cup.
neither.
I
Me
like getting
neither.
up early.
Me
I mean,
too.
when I've slept, but um, yeah, I like the mornings. So yeah, staying up late isn't my cup of tea, if you could say that.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
And have you ever egged someone on unnecessarily? I can see you being someone who'd egg someone on, Jane, right? Oh.
I don't think I have though. I don't think I have. I hope not. Kind of not so nice.
Yeah, I don't really do this. I don't really love confrontation, so I don't egg people on really. Yeah.
Okay. That's
All
good though.
right.
That's nice.
Yeah. All right, good. So let's look at these other expressions. We got some new ones here. So guess the meaning. Try to find the meaning of these expressions from their context. All right, Jane, how about number 1?
You need to take everything he says with a pinch of salt. He's
Hmm.
prone to exaggeration.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Ah. Prone to exaggeration. So making
So it
something
just
more than
means, yeah, I think
mm,
it means don't take it too seriously. It's not something to just take it and don't really, huh.
yeah, exactly. Like take it and maybe think about like can have some doubt still. Like keep some skepticism with
Okay.
what they
And
say.
don't take it too seriously, right?
Yeah,
To take it with a
yeah,
pinch of salt. Huh?
yeah. Don't take it completely as truth. That makes sense.
Nice. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that
And
makes
they
sense.
noticed so that football matches aren't her cup of tea.
Mhm.
Same,
No,
Ellen.
Italian. Mm.
Good. All right. Number 2. Recently, he has been working very hard trying to bring home the bacon. He has no time to do anything else. um, I want to know if they use this in the UK as well. It's definitely used a lot in the US.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so bring home the bacon or to work a lot and bring home your salary, bring home a lot of
Yep.
money.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Just bring home, it means to bring home the salary to support the family.
yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Definitely. Number
Number 3.
yeah.
My sister has a half-baked idea of starting up her own business, but
Uh,
personally, I think it will fail.
oh no.
So,
Such a doubter.
yes, a half-baked idea is maybe not such a great idea.
Mm.
Maybe an idea that's not so good.
Yeah,
Mm.
I think of it also as like something that's not complete. So it's
Mhm,
like
yep.
you haven't thought it through. You haven't thought through all of
Oh, okay.
the
Yeah.
details. It's only half baked. Oh man.
Yeah, hasn't been thought through completely.
Yeah,
Mhm.
definitely. All right.
Yeah.
Number Oh, Ellie notices in Italy they say bring home the bread. I didn't know that one.
Portare
Cool.
casa pane. Boh. Yeah.
Maybe that's an idiom in Italy. Interesting. So you can
Yeah.
tell what's more important to Italians is bread than bacon.
That says a lot about the culture.
Yeah. It's true. It's true. Food always does. It never lies. Number 4, everything has been handed to him on a silver platter, and now he is completely spoiled. Ooh. Portare a casa la
Ah,
pagnotta.
portare a casa la pagnotta. I have heard
Actually,
that.
yeah,
Okay.
now that you say that, I have heard it too. True.
All right. So has been handed to him on a silver platter. Now he's completely spoiled. Okay, so handed to him on a silver platter is did you just I'm sorry, I just took that from you. You go ahead.
Do it, please.
Sorry.
Go for it. Go for it.
It's it just means that everything has been given to that person and they don't understand the value of it because everything has always been given. No?
Yeah,
You have a better way of
exactly. I think also like born with a silver spoon in their mouth.
Yeah.
If you've
Yeah,
ever
that's
heard
what I
that.
was thinking too.
Yeah.
And I
So,
think we say it also in Italian, you say exactly the same thing.
yeah. It's like you
Mm-mm.
have everything already and you don't have to work hard, so you don't know how to work hard for something that you want.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. Not my life, but some people maybe. Or
It would
have
be nice.
everything handed to them on a silver platter.
Yep.
Number 5, Jane. Yeah.
Oh, my lawyer is very serious. He's a tough nut to crack.
Hmm.
Oh. So I think here it means he's very difficult to enter into a personal relationship.
Hmm. Yeah, or
You
maybe
know?
it's tough to make him laugh. I don't know if he says
Yeah.
he's serious.
Yeah.
I'm still a little bit
Let
unsure about that one, to be honest.
let me look it up. Let me
Yeah,
just
it's
look it
okay.
up.
I'm about to Google it.
I'm gonna Google it because it's a strange one.
Okay.
Mm, mm,
Someone difficult to deal with, an amount that is difficult to finance, a place that is difficult to gain entry. These are all really hard.
No, here they're saying okay, so tough nut or a hard nut to crack.
Mm.
Deal problem or opponent that's hard to beat. So this sentence does not work.
Yeah.
So this does not work. It's not a correct way to use it. So
Yeah.
it's a difficult problem. Right?
Yeah.
So we're gonna have to contact them and make sure they know to change that. Because
Yeah.
that's
It
not
probably
correct.
doesn't make sense. He's serious.
Yeah. Okay, so something a difficult opponent to beat.
Mm.
Okay, not somebody who's difficult to get to know. All right.
Mm. Mm. All right. Um, how about number 6? Yeah, person has difficulty. Maybe they're talking about like in court, my lawyer is a tough nut to crack. Like he is a difficult opponent to take down.
Yeah. But I think that maybe it's not put in a way which gives meaning to that sentence. So
Yeah, it's
yeah,
true. It's a
not
little
an easy
unclear.
one. All right, so number 6, go ahead.
Yeah. My colleague spends too much time buttering up our boss. He badly wants a promotion.
I can think of a million things there.
Yeah. If you butter it up, imagine like putting butter on toast. It's like
Yeah,
you want someone to like you, so you maybe
yeah,
compliment them and you treat them really well. Maybe you buy them coffees. I don't know.
yeah.
You do them favors.
There's
You get
lots
them to
of
like you.
ways we say it, but usually they're quite, how do we say it? Yeah, you
Vulgar,
don't want to
even.
say vulgar. There's a lot of vulgar terms we have for buttering up somebody.
Yeah.
Mm?
I think it's similar in Italian as well.
Yep, yep, yep.
Yeah. Definitely.
Okay.
All right. Well, let's
Okay.
continue and look at this. A pinch of salt. So, what do you think? Well, we talked about these. These are all the same as before. We'll just read the meanings to review. So, number 1, take with a pinch of salt. is to accept or believe only a part of something.
Okay.
So not completely. How about number 2?
To bring home the bacon to earn your family's living.
Bring home the bacon. Yes. Like all of us
Yes.
women, right? Number 3, half baked, not thought out or studied. So not thought
Yep.
out, not well planned. Yeah.
Not
Number
planned.
4,
Hand it to someone on a silver platter.
mm,
Give a person something that has not been earned. Yes.
yeah. Number 5, a tough nut to crack, someone or something difficult to understand.
Mm,
Definitely. And number 6,
okay. To butter up, to flatter someone, to try and get their favor or friendship.
yes, definitely, definitely. All right. So maybe we'll look at a couple of these. We've only got about 4 minutes left, but we'll do some of these questions and then close it out for today.
Okay.
So Jane, the question of the day, who brings home the bacon in your family?
I do.
You do.
I'm the only one. I'm the only one. Yes.
Girl, more power to
Girl power.
you. Yeah. Yeah, right now with the quarantine, I'm working from home. My husband is not. He works at the airport.
Oh,
So,
Lord. Oh,
yeah.
boy.
And they've
Still
closed the
going to
airport.
work.
So I'm bringing home the bacon
Oh,
now.
Christine, wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's crazy.
Girl, it's crazy, but we
Mhm.
got to do it.
Yeah. Ask me a question. Yeah, you can choose.
Okay. Been handed to you on a silver platter.
Mm.
Anything. You got to come up with something.
Yeah, I will say, I'll be honest. I grew up in a, pretty typical upper middle class white American family. So
No.
I didn't
I
have
hear you.
I didn't have a really difficult childhood, I'll be honest. I have really loving parents. So yeah, I mean, in a certain sense, I feel like my childhood was handed to me on a silver
Yep.
platter.
Me too.
And
Absolutely.
I don't take
Absolutely.
that for granted for 1 second. I think they did a really great job of raising me and made a lot of sacrifices. So, okay, maybe we'll have one more question and quick answer.
Let me ask you another one.
Yeah, please.
Ooh. Would you ever butter people
I
up
knew
to
you were going to ask me that.
Because I know the answer. It's going to be no.
Yeah,
You're too sincere.
that's
You're
a
too
hard no.
sincere. You're too
Hard
kind.
pass.
It's a hard no.
I'm pretty, what you see is what you get. I try to be the same version of myself for everybody because I appreciate that in other people. So I guess you do know me. All right.
Yeah, I knew that would be a no.
You gathered.
Also, have you ever had a half-baked idea that never followed through? I've had a million
Yeah,
half-baked ideas.
I'm the queen of those.
No, it's one a day for so many years. And
Yeah,
I'm like,
it's not my best character trait, but it's
no,
true about me.
me too. Me
I'm a big
too.
idea person for sure. All right, you
Yeah.
guys. Let's just quickly do like a 10-second review. So apple of someone's eye, someone's very special. Bad egg, bad person. Couch potato, a lazy person. Crying over spilled milk, crying about something that's already happened. Cup of tea, something you like. And to egg someone on is to urge someone on. And what about these ones, Jane?
Pinch of salt, to accept or believe only a part of something. To bring home the bacon, to earn your family's living, or wizardry. Okay. Half baked is usually something that's not thought out or studied. To hand it to someone on a silver platter is to give a person something that has not been earned. A tough nut to crack, someone or something difficult to understand, and to butter up, flatter someone to try to get their favor or friendship. Okay?
Perfect. Perfect. All right, guys. So we did lots of food idioms today and talked about culture and food. If you want to stay tuned, we've got another 10 to 13 focus coming up with Jane and I. So hope to see you with that. And if not, have a great weekend and we'll see you all soon.
Bye.
Bye.
That was fantastic.